What's going on with Norm?
No date right now.
No date, but he might come back. Okay. Hopefully.
He's stockpiling
He's so
episodes.
funny.
But he's stockpiling for 3 years worth.
Yeah, I've smoked weed with him a bunch of times, but he won't come on this.
Because that's...
Too public?
He's smarter?
I think a lot of comics just, a lot of comics don't smoke before they go on or drink, It's kind of a control issue.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel out of control and it's embarrassing enough when your joke doesn't work and you're sober,
Right.
If you're fucked up and a joke doesn't work,
You have
your
a lot of
paranoid mind goes, what the, what do I do?
And you know who comes here? He gives out free pot samples. The guy who runs Speed Weed.
I don't smoke weed.
Oh, okay.
Even though Doug Benson said I did on the...
We would love you. Let's set something up to come in.
Like I always said, I would never do... I know you did Doug Benson, but I go, it's kind of weird.
Well, what happened with me is...
I mean, it's all right with you because you're a working guy, but when people are just starting out in the business, and they go and start smoke weed on...
Well, what happened... With me is I'm stoned out of my mind, laughing, and he's rolling his eyes, go, we have prepared segments here, Mr. Interrupter. And it's like, well, you get me stoned, and I'm an asshole for laughing out of
It's
context.
hard to get a word in with him, though.
I was annoying. I talked too much. But yeah, he would interrupt, but he would just go, Fred here is not part of the program. And I'm thinking, that's like if I have a podcast where we spin around and get, we have to spin round and round, and I'm mad that they're dizzy,
Yeah, no, he's on the podcast. He said some guys won't come on the show. I guess they don't want people to know they smoke weed. Like Norm Macdonald smokes weed with me all the time. I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, if I didn't want anyone to know, why are you saying it? Secondly, I've only met you once.
Well,
Janine Garofalo 30 years ago. But it's funny because I watched his Super High Me, and I thought, well, this, because he smokes weed every day for a year or something. And I thought, well, this guy will really be able to handle his weed. Wrong. He's like a misadvertisement for weed. You know what I mean? Like his whole face becomes a weird mask. Eyes. We kind of he has a lazy eye. It's like, what was that? I didn't hear you.
Have you met Norm Macdonald before?
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I mean I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Oh, Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did the season before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him 1 week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell it.
But let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm Macdonald says now.
Right.
You say yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on.
Right.
And I was hosting. So I still have to go up there and bring you up, and I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, "That's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this." and so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high. I go, "I'm just gonna bring you up. I'm not gonna do any time. I'm just gonna bring you up." And he's like, "No, do a couple minutes." And I go, "No, please, just let me just bring you up." And he goes, "No, do 5 minutes." This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little, do a little time in between.
You need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, okay. So I went up there and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set. So I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. And when I told a joke,
so you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been.
No, the audience didn't know.
They didn't know.
So I would just tell.
Okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself. I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes, okay. And I walked on stage and I would tell a joke. And then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out. And then I just said, ladies and gentlemen, Norm Macdonald. And I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way. And and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint.
Right.
But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school and middle school all over again.
And he's my hero. So
Yeah.
I just, for me, I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying. And then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up, and he started to tell the joke he opened with. And I started to freak out. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They thought he was being Norm.
Sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And
That bit usually kills.
and then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot." And he goes, "No." And then he looks at me and he goes, "This is your fault." And I never got to work with him again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm Macdonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
You'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And all this, that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
And have you heard that bit?
Watch Norm Macdonald roast. Who was he roasting?
It was Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Says your head looks like a cauliflower or something like that. I'm not going to do the bit, but yeah, go back and watch.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind. And still in line.
Smells like a fucking pot dispensary in here.
Oh, Norm, let's stay on track here. Let's stay on track. So you were saying, oh, it's been hard for us to get you.
Yeah.
But the truth is, maybe that's your way of saying you're glad I'm here, but it hasn't been that hard.
No, it's been
hard for me to get
Chris,
on.
I feel like I'm getting.
It's getting
You
Norm
know what I'm
high.
saying? I'm making sense.
It's not you, is it?
No.
No, I'm not going to. Let's move the show in a good order here. He made me smoke pot, America. This is the truth. I don't believe in God, but my truth. My truth. Outside, he goes, come on, you'll smoke. I'm like, if you want me to smoke, I'll smoke. I didn't plan on it because I get chatty. I had a bad experience with getting Dog with High. We cross-promote.
I meant a cigarette. I thought
No, you didn't.
I meant the
No, you didn't.
the vapor.
And they gave me pot by accident.
I don't know.
Your producer.